HELLARICHSF Gamer Universe live stream. We're so happy to bring you live streams and short videos, long videos, playlists, everything that we can provide through YouTube. We hope to provide. We do it for those out there who love what we love, gaming. And we thank you for your support. To the subscribers that we have, thank you so much for your continued support. For those who have not subscribed, thank you for stopping by. And for all those who haven't even seen anything from us, thank you as well. So as the title of the live stream indicates, it is discovering the newest season and updates. And as the season of Dream Chasers came to an end, now team of the season begins. And we see something new already, which is the signings, which we are really curious and excited about. We're going to dive into that today, amongst other things. We want to give thank yous first to our supporters. Another level of support comes through in the Phantom FC HRSF League, which as you can see, members are full. Thank you for every single member. If you may or may not know about the leagues in FC Mobile, people come and go. It's fine. I mean, we don't know about other leagues, but we've seen since we've created our league that people do indeed just come and go, and some do stay, and some contribute to the league. And getting different rewards, which you can see here. We couldn't have done any of this without the help of the league members, and we appreciate the league members for their contributions to help our league stay in FC champion status. You can see at the top right, the badge. You know, these things may or may not matter to most, but they matter to us. Hello? Hello? Yeah, they matter to us. Again, what we try to portray on the channel is the different aspects of each game that we play, that we look at, the different angles, if you will. If there's 360 degrees in a circle, well, we try to get every angle. We try to see the game as a circle that can be inspected through, 360 degrees, and within those, there's fractions of degrees. So there are other people who go even deeper, and again, we appreciate everything that people do to give us a bit of inspiration. We try to do things on our own terms. We do see what is popular out there, and we notice that, of course, that ours isn't as popular as others, or that as it could be, and that's fine. Again, for us, we're doing this because we think it's fun and because we think it's worthwhile. So that's why we do it. And again, if the masses, if people consider it to be something that they're into, that's great. we appreciate them for that. Again, it is our art. It is our art, our artistic expression through the medium of YouTube, through digital media. So yes, thank you to each and every one of our viewers, our subscribers, and of course our league members here in FC Mobile. You can see that the league will end in 20 minutes, and that's when we'll kind of start going into everything a bit more, because then it'll start giving all your rewards. If you don't know that if you are in a league, when the season ends officially, it's a bit separate from when the game ends in terms of division rivals. So division rivals also, so you can see if you're paying attention that there's a little clock, and the clock, there's a timer, and that indicates when the season will be over for division rivals. So when that season is over in division rivals, you'll be given rewards, and of course, depending on what level you've reached. For example, we've reached FC Champion in Verse Attack, head-to-head, and manager mode, because that's kind of our goal every season. Our goal before was to try to get as many stars as possible, which there are many reasons that we kind of don't pursue that anymore. We can get into that, but for the most part, we do pursue getting FC Champion in Verse Attack, in head-to-head, and manager mode. And we kind of we try to get there as fast as possible, you know, with the least amount of wins. If you can see here, an FC Champion, for example, no. Yeah, so again, what that means is that when we try to attain FC Champion, once you are FC Champion, and then you will get relegated, if you will, at the end of each season. So I'm not sure if someone who gets, say, 50 stars, if they're relegated down to legendary, I'm not sure about that. But we do know about if you have 0 stars or even 2 stars in FC Champion, or 10 or whatever, you get relegated back to legendary. So we have to climb our way back up from legendary to FC Champion, not, you know, from the very bottom, which, what is it again? We haven't been there in so long. Yeah, okay. So again, if you have FC Champion 50 star, once the season is over, and in this case it'll be over in 1 hour and 17 minutes, we're not sure if you get relegated to, say, just FC Champion with 0 stars, or if, like us, you get relegated down to legendary 4. So we bypass all of this. Once you make it to FC Champion, I'm sure it's the same. If you make it to legendary, you probably start off at world class. Again, we don't remember because, sorry to say, I mean, not to flex, we're not trying to flex, we're just speaking truths here. We've made it FC Champion every season since when? You can check here just to make sure, because there's ways to check. Oh, yeah, hold on. So the only way you can check is through this method here. So you look at all of your user logos and the way that we can verify and that we can have the receipt, if you will, for FC Champion. Again, if this doesn't matter to you, we understand. If you think, oh, you think you're so great that you're FC Champion, we're not trying to jump to conclusion, but we're trying to foresee what you might be thinking. Why? Because in our experience here, we've seen that most people take things in a negative direction, right? So we anticipate that's what people are going to do. So just kind of a forewarning why you might be wondering why we may go there is because that's what the statistics, that's what our research has shown. That most people, from our perspective, from what we've seen, tend to do that. We have seen on social media, again, let's say YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, for example, that there are people who indeed will say something neutral, I suppose, like, like rate my team or play me. So we think that's neutral. Is that positive? Not sure. Call it a neutral comment, a neutral reaction. But most of the time we do see negative ones. So, anyway, the first one that we have is here, which is Ragnarok, which is, I guess, I don't even remember when that was. And then you progress through each season, Ragnarok, captains, anniversary, footyverse, glorious eras, festive fixtures, TOTY 26, Cap Legends, and UEFA 26. So that's how far back that we've been in FC Champion. So yeah, we're gonna try to get it again, of course. But because perhaps our device, our connection, whatever, nowadays we try to avoid streaming while getting to that because it does alter the gaming experience. And you will know if you play the game as much as we do, if you love the game, if you're as passionate about the game like we are, that you want to make sure that the match is optimal, right? So when you're gonna go play in verse attack or head-to-head or manager mode and you want to get your level rank up, you want to make sure that there's no discrepancies. And even you try to make sure there will be. Because as you may know, there are people who just can't handle losing, I suppose. So they do anything in their power to win. And that means they will, alter the game somehow. I don't want to say it, but they're cheating, hacking, whatever. And then you have to factor in the EA script, which, according to our research, favors one team or the other in a verse attack, head-to-head, manager mode match based on the statistics that they have on their end. So you might think, well, my team is better. I'm better. Why can't I beat this person, which I know they're not better than me? Well, it's because, as people might call it, they say it's a conspiracy theory. It's the script that EA Sports has already established for every single match. So I guess you could say it's the god of the game already determining what's going to happen. Even though you think you have control of your destiny, according to some conspiracy theorists out there, gamers, they believe that no, that's not true. There's a power that's beyond mine that's controlling the game. And sometimes we kind of understand that perspective, to be honest. Not gonna lie. So there's all of that to consider. Plus, you put on top of it streaming, um, and yeah, it makes for a difficult situation in some regards. So that's kind of a bit of that. Do you have any comments, any questions? You can, ask away in the chat. We'll try our best to get to those. So right now, yes, this is the new season. We're discovering it, looking at the updates within the new season. And the first thing that we've seen so far is, again, this Premier League draft. Which, looks like there's a few interesting cards here, I guess. Look at this best 119 overall. It's only a matter of time before they provide a 120 overall card, which makes it ranked up to 125. But for the right now, these are the highest cards that are out at a 119 bare stock minimum card at its base, if you will. Oh, actually no, Bruno Fernandes is at 120 right now. So this is a 120 base card, which means, again, ranked up will be at a 125. It's a center midfielder card. And yeah, I mean, we'd be curious to see how it performs. So there are these cards here. There's the George Best, Bruno Fernandes, Declan Rice, Erling Haaland, Gabriel, Antoine Semenyo, and Igor Thiago. See how fast Semenyo is. He's at a 151 pace. What is Bruno Fernandes? Not that much slower. What is it best at? 154. So George Best is faster than Semenyo. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think if George Best was alive at his top peak, right, its prime, and raced against Antoine Semenyo, I have a hard time believing that George Best is faster than Semenyo. But I guess according to FC Mobile, EA Sports, he is. I mean, look at this. 154 pace, George Best. 151 pace. And trust me, that little bit does count. I've seen it where I have a striker or a winger who is at a certain pace, and I'm like trying to basically outpace the defender from the other team, and somehow I can't. And I go look after the game to see what's this defender's pace. The pace was just a little bit lower, maybe 10 statistical points below, maybe 5. That was just enough to keep up with my attacker. So in this case, again, EA Sports, FC Mobile strongly believe that George Best is faster than Antoine Semenyo, which is crazy to me. But hey, sometimes things get crazy. So, yeah. George Best is apparently faster, has more pace than Antoine Semenyo. What do you think out there in the gamer universe? You think it's possible that if Antoine Semenyo were to have a foot race, even a dribbling race, on AstroTurf, grass, whatever, basically, in just layman terms, do you believe that Antoine Semenyo is slower than George Best? Even simpler, is George Best faster than Antoine Semenyo? We believe that it's impossible. There's no way that that's true. You might say, hey man, George Best is not even alive. We understand that. We're talking about if at his prime, right? At his prime, George Best at his prime, versus Antoine Semenyo at his prime, were to race each other on or off the football pitch. Let's say on the football pitch with a football at their feet, right? So a dribbling race. We don't think that there's any chance in hell that George Best can outperform Antoine Semenyo, right? Maybe close, but not that close. But according to EA Sports FC Mobile, they believe George Best has a 154 pace score, outperforming Antoine Semenyo at a 151 pace. Now again, you might think, oh, it's only three statistical points. Yeah. And anyway, do you believe that's possible? We think no way, no shot. So if we look at the TOTS or TOTS or Team of the Season, which is the new season of FC Mobile here in April 2026, you can see Jude Bellingham is still guiding us through. In this event, you can earn a large number of TOTS players and rewards. You can get tags from the TOTS chapters and division rivals. You might say, why are you saying TOTS? Why'd you call it TOTS? I don't like the way TOTS sounds. After filling in the tags, you can earn a player within the range. Based on the number of players you get, unlock and claim milestone rewards here. If the TOTS players you earn have a UTOTS version, you can upgrade them during the UTOTS period. Okay? You can browse and quickly go to the weekly drafts of the TOTS event here. Start your TOTS journey now. And there is a 123 Cantona up for grabs somehow, already at its peak.
That means there's a base 118, but now it's topped up to a 123. So the next section is Premier League. Welcome to the Premier League chapter. Here, you can play matches and relive the highlights of Premier League TOTS players. Complete the match conditions to receive rewards. A new player tab unlocks every day. Spend TOTS tokens, A, to exchange for various rewards. Start experiencing the Premier League chapter now. So another place where there are some things to attain, especially if you have joined a league and maintained your status with that league, there are the exchanges. And for the moment, there's a Roy Keane card for 40,000. Looks pretty good. Do we have 40,000? We'll definitely pick it up. We have 36,000. Not quite 40. That means we have to wait until the rewards come in from the system. Let's go to exchange and see what we can do in the exchange. So we're going back to, you can do rank ups. So there's 26 phase 2 tokens, coins, extra time tokens, and rank up. Let's see what we get for extra time tokens. Okay. What's an extra time? Extra time has the Scout, Premier League Trivia, extra offers, and daily picks. What's an extra offers? Yeah, they try to really make this seem like it's a big deal, but in all honesty, we feel it's kind of not that big of a deal. Daily picks. We'll take this. So we have 22,000. We'll go ahead and pick one here, see what happens. Take David Raya. We'll take Molina. We'll take Mamadashvili. We'll take Realm. We'll take Allison. So the next thing we're going to look at here is this this signings. So this is something new that's been introduced for this season. Not sure if it'll continue. I guess it'll depend on how well it's received. I guess the whole draft system, I didn't think it was any different than anything. It's just the layout, basically, right? The path to get somewhere. I guess most people didn't like that path. They like the shards system better, which is something that they said they implemented again. I guess, but this is something completely different. So we have 200 shards, it looks like, and it seems that Bruno Fernandes is 40,000. So who can we get for 200? I guess it doesn't come up. You can't search by amount of shard. I guess the least amount of shard is 2,600. So let's take a look at what we can do to obtain more of these shards. So here are the players that we have. So you can see, according to their system, our most valuable is this Carragher, which we really don't care for. I mean, all due respect to Carragher and what he's done for football, but we don't think that he's all that great of a player. Just saying. So that's why we don't really care about Carragher's card here. But we do feel it's a bit kind of silly that it's worth only 2,250 shards. Yeah, so most of our players are not worth much at all. And it's only a select few players that they will allow. So we're gonna get rid of. I'm gonna hold off on the carry, even though we don't use him. Whatever, we're gonna hold off on that. We'll use this Essien. And these two Tagliafico. We've been holding on to the Tagliafico, thinking that there's a way to, like in the past, where if you have a duplicate of a card, you can use it to rank it up, level it up. But I guess you can't do that anymore, right? So Juan Garcia. David Raya. I guess we'll do that. And so we get 1,050 shard. Which still isn't enough to obtain anybody. Because the cheapest is this Ekitike at 2.6. We have 1.2. So how Pedro Van Dyke for 3. So this is the thing, if we're honest. We picked up, normally, I mean, in the past we would buy more from the marketplace, but this time we haven't been. Our latest marketplace pickup is this Nesta. And I'm gonna be honest, pretty kind of disappointed. Not as, how can I say, good, sorry to say, not as good as we thought it would be. And also surprised, contrastly speaking, is that we noticed that Maldini, we didn't purchase this one. We got this one through, the pack, right? We packed this one. But Maldini was just getting cooked left, right, and center. And we're like looking completely out of place, just not doing what Maldini would do. We're kind of like, what the F? We told ourselves that we're happy with a 120 OVR. Our goal was to get a 120 OVR. We got it. I guess the next thing would be a 125 OVR, but that seems to be a difficult task. But we will say that this Nesta is not that impressive, so we're trying to say maybe we should go for this this Van Dyke. And you might think, oh, Van Dyke will never be as good as Nesta if you compare, again, if you compare pedigree, if you compare just overall career performance. But we have noticed is that a lot of the time Van Dyke cards perform well in FC Mobile. So we're considering picking him up. Oh, sorry, in the chat, didn't notice. Vito Brata Basak, hello. Chris Kanash Kansa, hello, what's up? Bro, only 20 gems from group leaderboard? What does that mean? What do you mean, bro? Only 20 gems from group leaderboard. Not sure what you mean by that. Sorry for the late responses. We've been kind of occupied away from the chat, but we apologize. So hello to Rito Brada, Chris, Raj. Hello, what's up to you? And to Raj, bro, only 20 gems from group leaderboard. We're not sure what you mean by that. I guess we'll look into that. We're not sure what that means. We're guessing leaderboard from from Division Rivals leaderboard? Not sure. So, we think we're going to pick up this Van Dyke. So if we exchange this Carragher, so we would be so Carragher. Hold on, let's take a look because I'm not sure. I mean, even if Carragher, because a Carragher is a 117 OVR, that Van Dyke is a 116. Regardless of the fact, we wouldn't play the Carragher card. We would play the Van Dyke card. $133, $147, $139. So even Carragher is faster than Virgil van Dijk. Again, out there, if you know ball, do you think it's possible that Virgil van Dijk is slower than Carragher? Conversely speaking, Carragher is faster than Virgil van Dijk because in the EAFC mobile world, they believe that Van Dijk is slower. I mean, I just don't. Again, they're defenders, so, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it does matter. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the statistical value, right? So again, we're contemplating, and you're wondering, what are you doing? What are you up to here? Well, we're contemplating attaining this Virgil van Dijk card, as it's priced pretty well in the new star signings area. So we're in the signings. This is a new feature for this season, which we have just discovered. As the title of the video, discovering the newest season and updates. So this is an update in the new season. Is star signings, and we're quite intrigued. Now, it's limited, meaning that there's not like complete freedom. You're not able to release, if you will, all of your players. So you can only release the ones that they allow you to, which again, we go to value, and we see that our lowest ranked is Ben White, and our highest ranked is Carragher. Yes, some are in our lineup, that's fine, but even still, our highest would be our 122 Maradona card, which is priced at 2.25 as well. So, which is crazy because if you look at the players, their highest is 40,000, right? So it's like, oh, okay. And even here, Carragher's priced at 15,000. So they're making a killing selling the guy, but buying, they're making a killing too. So this is, you can see EA Sports, the way that they determine their marketplace is crazy because the resale value on their end is tremendous. Not for me. So now I'm not even gonna do this now because now I feel offended. I feel EA Sports is kind of just offending us now. It's like literally, look. So in my players. So let's go back to the home screen, right? In the new feature, which is signings, right? One of the new features, the updates, if you will, is star signings. Okay, and this card, Carragher, the value according to them, if you want to attain this card, you need 15,700 of the star signings shards, right? Wow, okay. Guess what? We have this card. So we go to my players. And boom, here he is. But all they will give us for this card is nowhere even close to what they are selling it for, basically. It's a fraction. You do the math if you want to tell me the exact percentage, which is pretty fucking low. Sorry for the language. So we feel this is offensive. This is you're insulting me at this point. So now I don't even want to participate in that whole transaction anymore. Because again, the upside for the game, EA Sports, is huge. And the downside for the player, us, is terrible. So, no thanks. So I'll keep, even though I don't want to play Carragher, I'll never play him, I'll never use him, I'll keep that fucking card. But you can see how absurd these things are. And you think, oh, in each update, EA Sports is going to be less absurd. Wrong. You can see the proof is in the pudding, if you will. League season rewards. What do we get? 67,000 tokens. Group leaderboard reward. What do we get? 8,800 gems. So I guess we're talking, Raj. So only 20 gems. You got only 20. We got 8,800. Why? We're guessing because we're more active than you. Again, the more that you play, the more you'll be rewarded in the end. Okay? So if you're like, oh, I don't play that much, why? Well, if you don't play that much, the game is not going to reward you as much. So to answer Raj says, bro, only 20 gems from group leaderboard. This is from the chat. And that's not true unless you're Raj, right? So the perspective from Raj is saying, I only got 20 gems from group leaderboard. Well, we just got 8,800, and I'm sure others will say, I got more. I got 80,000. Oh, okay. But we got 8,800, and we play the game on a daily basis. So, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. This is a HELLARICHSF live stream discovering the newest season and updates. FC Mobile, HELLARICHSF Gamer Universe. you may or may not know, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to playing this game, there are seasons, and each season is a different theme. This season's theme is the TOTS, or the TOT. It's called TOTS? Yeah, TOTS, TOTS, Team of the Season. All right. And we just looked at one of the new features, which is the signings, which we were very excited about at first, but then we retracted that statement to see that it's just another, a slap in the face from EA. And again, if you're wondering, what do you mean by that? How is that possible? Because by just looking at this right now, one more time before we move on, 15,700 shards to attain this particular card. And you're wondering, why are you worried about that card? Well, it's because we have this card already, right? But right now they're selling it in this marketplace. Basically, the Star Signage is a marketplace separate from the other marketplace. And they're selling it for 15,700 shards. Okay, all right. Well, let's take a look. We have this card. And guess what? It's only worth 2,250 shards. And I tell myself, we ask ourselves, why the discrepancy? Why? How is that even, not even close. Not even close. I mean, if they said for 10,000, all right, 10,000, you're selling it for 12, all right. Like we know about sneakers, right? We used to be really into sneakers. And we knew the value of a sneaker. Of course, if it's dead stock, that means untouched by a foot, never been worn, straight from the factory, from the store to your hands, all that has high value. And you can resell that for a high value, right? Much higher than when you purchased it. That's true. But also that price kind of stays the same. So if I were to purchase that shoe, I could then sell it again because the market dictates this is the price of the shoe. And if I paid this much for it, maybe I'll lose a little bit, but not that much. And in this case, you're losing a lot in this marketplace. So we think that this new feature, this new update for this thing is a complete joke, really. So we're not gonna, no. Also is the Premier League draft, which for the moment we have. So our new rule is we try not to cross the boundary of 50,000 gem. That means if we have 55,000, okay, we'll spend 5. If we have 61,000 like we have now, okay, we'll spend that extra 11,000. So we're gonna buy one right now. Let's see what happens. Wah, wah, wah. Buy another one. Okay. We'll buy another one. Right. And we'll buy, oh no, we can't. If we buy another one, it'll put us under our threshold, so that's all we can buy. So that was unimpressive. Sorry to any of those players. If you're like, oh no, those players. Look, for our team, we try to fill our team with what we consider to be world-class players, right? And sometimes we dance a bit because you might think Gvardiol is not world-class. Koundé is not world class. Okay, fair enough. But for the moment, in order to get our team to a 120 OVR, we needed to use those guys at the left back position, at the right back position. Okay, so fine. We'll give it to you. You'll be like, okay, Gvardiol's not world class. What are you talking about? Koundé is not world class. Okay, fine. But Buffon is, Maldini is, Nesta is, Cesc Fabregas is, Messi is, Zidane is, Vini Jr. is, Ronaldo is, and Olise is. Right? If you think not, then in the comments say no. I don't think Vini Jr. is world class. Fine. Why? Again, you can't speak, right? But you can type if you want. Most people do this, but you know, it's not as easy as it seems. But we do appreciate the people who have contributed to the chat today. Rito, Chris, Raj, thank you for your contributions into the chat. Appreciate you. So again, even on our bench, Ronaldo, Cruyff, Maradona, Zico, Haaland, Eusebio, Ronaldinho, world-class players, right? So our point is, what we pulled from the draft, we don't believe any of those people were world-class. So the league ranked 13th last week in FC Champion Group. Wonderful. Thank you to our league. Thanks to everyone who contributes. Oh, another draft. We have a draft voucher. Let's go use it right away. So we enter the draft. Hello, sweetie. Are you hungry? Huh? Yeah, here's our little one. She was just asleep, but she's waking up now. Hello, sweetheart. Are you okay? You hungry? Hmm? You just chilling? Just chilling here? All right. Let's do a draft first, okay? Then we'll get you your milk. Then we'll watch a replay while you drink your milk. All right? Oh, looks like we might got somebody special. Looks like we got somebody might be special. Uh-huh. Soboslai. Yep. So with the draft, how did we get that? Oh, okay. So in the league, one of the league rewards, the first reward of this new season was a draft voucher. And with that draft voucher, we went ahead and pulled Soboslai. Now you might think, oh, that's kind of mid. No offense to Soboslai, but we'll kind of agree with you. We wish we got somebody else, right? Yeah, it's okay though. We wonder what he's worth. Let's see. What is he worth in the signings? Again, let's take a look here. So Soboslai is worth, okay, and here is worth 2.7. Sorry, 2,700, right? Okay, not worth much. So what's he worth on our end? 600. So there you have it. All right. Anyway, while we're feeding our lovely little one here, it's time for her to eat. We're gonna have a replay of one of our league members, Maravilla, a wonderful player, against Yo, what's up? Enjoy the replay. You hungry, darling? You hungry? Okay. Hold on, kid. Hold on, kiddo. Hold on, alright, kiddo? So, you want pink, red, blue, or orange? Which one do you want? Pink, blue, red, or orange? Which one do you want? Orange? This one? Okay. Yeah, I know you're hungry. I know. Don't worry. Don't worry, kid. You're gonna get your food. Don't you worry. Hold on there. Hold on, okay? Being a good girl, aren't you? Yeah? You have two choices. You have milk and milk. What do you want? Huh? Milk or milk? Yeah?
kid. Hey. Chill out with that. Wait a minute, kid. Oh, you rolled over that way, huh? Nice. I'm trying to practice seeing you roll over that way. So that was a performance from Maravilla, one of our league members. Wonderful player. Amazing. Let's take a look at, so the first goal was scored by Beckham. Kind of a cheeky goal there, but a goal nonetheless. Once again, thank you, Rito, Chris, and Raj. Appreciate your feedback and comments there in the chat. So that was a goal by Yo, what's up? Next is Bellingham. One thing that we wish that we could do in the replay is control the replay, but I guess it just takes too much information, I guess, too much data is required to kind of control the camera angles like you would on EAFC, but you know, it's fine. We're more than happy with what we got here. And then with Rodrigo, lovely strike across the face of the keeper. And lots of pace right under its. Is that Howard? Alright, so are you ready to eat? Okay. Alright. Let's eat then. Thank you, Maravilla, for sharing that. So if you're wondering, well, if you're in a league and you play a ranked match in head-to-head, you can share that replay of that match, basically. And then it'll appear in the league, and we love that. So we can see another one from us here. Enjoy. Oh, looks like you went number 2, huh? Clean you up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Alright, sorry about that. Had to clean the little one up before feeding him. I mean, you don't want to be dirty before eating, do you? Well, I suppose not. Anyway. Hello there. Welcome. To the new season of EA Sports FC Mobile. It's called Team of the Season, TOTS, if you will. And we've seen some new features, some new updates. What do you think about them? Those of you who have played, who have witnessed for yourself, not just through our stream. What do you think about the new updates? We think, it's kind of the same all the time. It's just kind of, it becomes a bit frustrating that you can never keep up unless, you're gonna either play your heart out every single day to try to get things. So you're not gonna pay, you're gonna play. And you're gonna get frustrated because the people who do indeed pay, they get ahead much faster and they have the things that you can't have. It's very reflective of life, I suppose. That's why we say, be thankful for what you do have. So what we do have, we've attained it through just playing the game. We have not paid for anything. And we know that in the gaming world nowadays, the pay to win factor is something that the developers of the game, in this case EA Sports, they're like, well, why not, right? I mean, it makes sense from a business perspective why they would want to cash in on the players who play the game and the players who will pay money to try to get the edge on everyone else. So, yeah, I mean, we understand that. We get it. But from our perspective as gamers in our gamer universe, we don't feel it's necessary to do that. That you can have a good time playing these games without having to pay anything for them. So FC Mobile is free in the App Store, for Android and for iOS. It's free. Now you might say, yeah, but for me to get this card, it's not free. And that person paid money for it, and that's not fair. And we understand, but unfortunately, that's just the world of gaming these days. And it just, either you accept it or you don't, and we accept it. It's not a big deal for us. Yeah, I know you're hungry. So thank you to the chat. Rito, hello. Chris, hello. Chris, what's up? Raj, bro, only 20 gems from group leaderboard. I guess your reward from the group leaderboard depends on how high you progress through the levels. So we did not receive 20, we received way more than that. Again, it all depends on your contribution to the game. So while I feed the little one, we'll watch another match. Yeah, I know you're hungry. From our member CR7.
Enjoy. Yeah, I know, I know. You've been patiently waiting. Here it is. Okay? There you go. Enjoy. Oh, that keeper in yellow is something. Uh-oh. Oh. Wow. Thank you for watching out there. We appreciate you stopping by in our discovery of the newest season and updates of FC Mobile from EA Sports. This is the HELLARICHSF Gamer Universe, and one of our favorite games is indeed EA Sports FC Mobile. So we're happy to provide you with this live stream to help you on your journey through the game. Right now we're in a replay of a league match. Very tight. Let's see what happens. well then. Mo Salah. You can't do that in real life these days. Shame. A lot of the times, the performance of these players on the actual pitch in real life is reflective of um, in the game. Like for example, take Cole Palmer. Um, no one really uses Cole Palmer. Even us, we like Cole Palmer, but the fact that he hasn't been playing very well this season in real life doesn't really give us the motivation to want to use him, even though we have uh, a worthy card from Cole Palmer. We haven't used it because we just don't think, yeah, he's not doing well. So it's funny how it works that way. And of course, even playing against opponents, we don't see many people using him either. We like Cole Palmer though. We just, again, in this case, we won't. This is a great trick. We won't use him. So one of the features, this is not a new update or feature. This is something that has been able to be done for a while. Is yeah, watching whole match replays from within the league if you are in a league. We think that's amazing. We really like it, again, because we enjoy the game that much. We enjoy football that much. We can appreciate. And again, we appreciate our league members. Like the person is CR7 from our league. We appreciate them joining our league, being a member of our league, contributing to the league, sharing the replay. So we have no problem on our live stream showing it too. So thank you. So this new league ends in 42 days. That means this will be running for quite a while. So you're not that hungry, right? You had 1 ounce only. You're not that hungry, right? Dragon Diamond. Let's see. What I like to do here is look at who's at the top. And according to FC Mobile in our region right now, Dragon Diamond is number 1. Yeah, Can we see it? So, according to here, we are a family. Let's help each other complete the mission. Something in Thai, love. They're from Thailand. That's great. So this person has, what we like to see is their top 124 OVR. So let's check out their team. So they have the 4-3-3 attack. Ronaldo at the wing, Mbappe at striker, Bale at wing, Gullit at center midfielder, Messi at center attacking midfielder, Zico at midfielder, Nuno Mendes at left back, Maldini at center back, Vidic at center back, Lam at right back, and Donnarumma at keeper. This is a 124 OVR team. you can see all world-class players. Some might say Nuno Mendes is not world-class. Might say, oh, Mbappe is not world-class. Okay, I guess it's debatable then, but in our perspective, we believe that this person's team is exceptional, remarkable, um, amazing, and yeah, they're a 124 OBR, and they're a member of the top league in the region at the moment. I say at the moment because this changes on an almost daily basis. So let's take a look at the rewards that we attained in see if they even are they available. Yeah, so everything has been cleared now. So right now we can see we're at FC champion. We'll go to versus attack first. We'll be relegated down to legendary 5 for team of the season. And let's see our rewards. So what happens, you get 16 rewards if you make it to FC champion. I'm not sure again if you don't, because again we always try to make it to FC champion. So if you make it to FC champion in the league, in the season prior to the new season, you will be relegated to legendary 5, and you'll be given 16 rewards. Let's see. Okay, they're usually always the same. And again, you might think these rewards are trash. It's like, I guess, yeah, of course you would want better everything, but once again, we try to be thankful for what you got, right? Don't worry about what you don't got. You can obviously be like, oh, I have aspirations, I have dreams, I'm ambitious, good, but that doesn't mean that you have to kind of get upset or be bent out of shape because you don't have something that someone else has or whatever. So again, we don't have a 124 OVR team. We have a 120 OVR, and we're right happy with that. Do we want a 124 OVR? Sure. But again, we are happy with the 120 OVR. Okay. So our inventory is full. That means we got to go ahead and load someone up. So who are we gonna load up? SCN, okay. Did you burp yet? Yeah, this SCN card's another, a little bit let down by it. We would think, wow, it should be so good. It's not as good as it could be, as it should be. But again, it's fine. So we're gonna give it to Foden. What's the problem? What's the issue? Huh? Are you burping? You're not burping yet. You gotta burp before I put you down. You gotta burp first. Otherwise you're gonna feel upset. More than you feel now. So just chill and burp and relax. You got the huff and puff. That's funny, huh? Okay, fine. You asked for it. You want more of your milk? Or what? So again here, this is the statistic results from Dream Chasers. Again, our goal always with every season, and in the last season, Dream Chasers, was to get FC champion status. We got it, and 21 wins, 3-win streak, weekly rank of 10, and 53 goals within that time. We get relegated to Legendary 5 for the new season, which is TOTS. And let's take a look again at our rewards. Thank you out there for those watching. We appreciate your support. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Consider giving the stream a thumbs up. Consider saying hello in the chat if you like. We welcome all comments, negative or positive. What do you think about this new update, this new season so far? If you haven't played it yourself from watching the stream, what do you think? Let us know in the chat if you like. Thank you to all of our new and previous subscribers, current subscribers. We appreciate you so much. Let us know what you would like to see, and we can try to provide that for you if it's possible. So go back to give all of these to Foden. I think we're going to wrap up our updates for today. Almost. Let's see, does it use all of them? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then finally, we collect all of our rewards from manager mode. Xavier FC, hi bro, why I can't exchange the extra time token FC Mobile? You can. You certainly can. Let's hold on, look at that for a second. Thanks for the question. I have 15, I have 115 and 111, but can't exchange the extra time token. Uh, so again, what we have to understand is that EA Sports, they control which pool of players from your roster um, are tradable, right? In any place. So in extra time, it's true. So here it's giving me a range from 104 of my players all the way to 116. Does that include all of them? No. Why did they choose this particular card? This Xavi Simons, I forget what card this is, what season that was, the robots, whatever, is so old. Why is this included, right? Why? Um, all the way up to my 116 Iniesta, and then it's true. So I think what you have to do is then if you can't do it through extra time token, then let's see the 26 phase 2. So if you go to 26 phase 2, then another pool of players will appear, right? Remember, these are different tokens, and for me, I'm not too keen on these phase 2s because again, the trade-off for me is not worth it. For the player, you get 5, and then to get the player that you want, maybe it's like 100. So I'm like, okay, so I have to change 10 players to get one. I don't like it, so I don't do it, right? So Xavier, that's your answer to your question, is that your 115 OBR player and 111 perhaps is in the 26 phase 2 token area of the exchange. Because yes, even in extra time, according to here, it says 104 to 112. So they won't accept anything higher than that. Again, they set the parameters, right? That's part of the thing that people have with EA Sports is like, oh, there's too many limitations. We agree. But again, it's a free game, so we can't really complain that much. Oh, but I've paid so much money for this and that and the other, and I'm still not satisfied. And that's exactly why we never put actual real money in the game, because we don't want that feeling. We get that feeling from spending money on the things that we do need, like food, for example. You go buy groceries and you try to make a dish. You're like, oh, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. You're like, okay, well, I needed to buy those ingredients to make the dish at home to eat. Okay, makes sense. You're unhappy. Oh, and also I feel upset about the money that I spend in EA Sports FC Mobile. Right, so to avoid that, we think you shouldn't spend any money at all. So let's look one more time here at our get our rewards for manager mode. What's up, kid? You okay? So I hope that answered your question, Xavier FC. No problem, Xavier FC. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you, buddy. Hope that helps you. I know we understand the game. The game has these weird things, for sure, and I guess EA Sports, they do listen to a certain extent because they have a forum. You can go if you search EA Sports FC Mobile. One of the first things that might come up on your search in Google would be a link to their official forum where you can. I think you have to register and all that, and you can post, like a forum, make a post, and like kind of like Reddit, um, and yeah, and people voice their opinion on there. Plus, I guess They have a team of people who watch certain videos online in social media, and they take into consideration some of the complaints. And one of the biggest complaints was about, yeah, this whole shard system not not being around anymore and how people missed it. So they've brought it back, but this new discovering the new season and the updates, we see that the shards are kind of like because we feel like, it's kind of not exactly what we were asking for. But in the end, it's whatever to us. It's whatever. It's whatever. We don't. We just we're thankful for what we got. Now you see it. Cool, Xavier. All right. So let's see if we have enough shards from. So we have 4,000. Let's see it. Let's see in a second. What's up, kid? What's up? You cool down here? So for 4,000, what can we get? We can get. We can get that Van Dyke. So okay. So now it comes into play now. So we have 4,250 shards. All right. So we can do a few things here. The person we have our eye on would be Van Dyke. Um, but again, how Pedro? What are the how Pedro stats? We don't necessarily need a striker, and this guy's overall stats are not that good. What's Etike about? Better. What's up, kid? This Van Dyke really interests us because we rate Van Dyke, but the stats are not. Uh-huh. TOTS 26 Premium Nominee. It's a nominee card. What's this Berbatov about? TOTS 26 Hero Player. Interesting. So one thing we did want to do is do the exchange for that, for this, sorry. So the last thing we're going to do before we end the stream for now. Okay. Gonna go to exchange in the store. Gonna get this Roy Keane card. Because now we have 104 league shards. Or league tokens. So we're definitely gonna buy this. How you have 4,000 if exchange my all team I can't even get 4,000. Well, darling. Well, firstly, Xavier, we got some rewards through our progress of Dream Chasers season. So depends on you. What was your rank in Dream Chasers? Our rank in Dream Chasers for Verse Attack, Head to Head, and Manager Mode was FC Champion with very, very low stars, right? So we got rewards, I guess 1,000 shards per each game mode. So that's how we got about 3,000 from the game, right? So because you said you only have 4,000 with your whole team, I'm assuming that maybe you just started playing the game. We've been playing this game for a while, and again, oh, what's up, kid? What's up? Uh-huh. What's up? What's the matter? What's the matter, sweetheart? Huh? What's the matter? You want some cuddles, huh? Okay. Relax, 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 relax. You can't have my gold chain. It's not yours yet. It's too big for you. You have to wait until you grow up. Okay? And when you grow up, you can have the YouTube channel too. It's yours. I made it for you, okay? Alright, kid? So, that's why, Xavier. So again, if you're just starting off in the game right now, you're like, oh, boom, and you're expecting to get all the same rewards. See my team, 820. Oh, I can try to see your team. What is your screen name or your team name? Or you can add us, because we don't, those numbers are just too much to input. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, anyway, basically, if you want to know, the game rewards you the more that you play. The more time you spend on the game, you get rewarded. Now, some think, oh, I'll get rewarded the more money I spend too. And it's like, that's not necessarily true. Alright? So, be careful about that. Yeah, just saying. Our ID is our channel name, HELLARICHSF. 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 You can see here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So in short, we're gonna say that the update, just like any other update, the biggest changes, discoveries that we've made today are with the signings tab, right? And we've seen that the signings tab is a bit, it's as wow as it could be. It's more like what the F, because of the discrepancy from the players that are available to purchase and the ones and the ones in your pool of players, the way that they price your player versus the way that they price it on their end is completely different. Yes, darling. Are you hungry still? Is that why? You didn't finish the milk. Is that why you're still hungry? Okay. Let's finish it then. So, Savior, if you can add us, it'd be great, because we're in the middle of feeding a little child. So, we'll search for you, but you're gonna have to wait, because now our little princess is hungry and we're feeding, and we can't do both at the same time. But you could add us, HELLARICHSF. I think we're the only one. No one wants to use our name. That's fine. And You can add us if you like, and we can look at your team from there. Okay? Because we can't add you at the moment. We're occupied at the moment. So you can either wait or you can add us. One of the two. Up to you, Xavier. So, um, if I do your name, it don't pop up. Really? It has to be all capital letters, bro. Capital, all. It's fine. You can just wait then. Sorry. Just have to feed the baby. And to feed the baby, you need both hands. Maybe no one out there has a baby. We have a baby here. So, our baby is our priority. Um, because, well, it should be. Yes, that's right. And still cannot find it. It's RICH, not RLACH. HELLARICHSF. Hold on, let's see. Fuck. Okay, buddy, wait a minute. So, which one is you? There's so many of this team. Which one is you, Saver? There's many. I saw your UID. I'm going to send it. Okay. Didn't think we shared that. Oh, okay. There it is. So 4-2-4, good formation. McManaman on the left, nice. Van Basten, Atike, Foden, McTominay, Cow, Guerrero, Garcia, Ferdinand, Bradley, Mamadashvili. Yeah, not bad, man. Good team. Again, I would suggest just ranking up all your players as much as you can, especially your keeper. Start with your keeper and make sure to rank them up. Again, to be fair, I played against some. So our team is all gold because we think, oh, it needs to be. Because if it's not, there's no way that we can win. And it's not true because we played against even teams like yours, and it's like, well, what's going on here? How is this person keeping up? And I'm not sure what it could be. It's something because again, it's true. They keep up, and it's like, how is this possible? But again, if any suggestion to make, what the hell, man? Any suggestion to make would be just to I have 600. You have 600 a nation story shards? If that's the case, yeah, I would suggest trying to complete as many of those as possible to get as many a nation story as possible. We also have about 600, but we're looking to get one particular card. We want to get the Donnarumma card, and that one's about 1,000. But also we're waiting for the Spain to come up too. But if you were gonna spend 600, you could. So we really want this Donnarumma card. It's 1,000. We only have 600. So we'd have to hold off on that until we get that. There's some good cards here. Again, we only go for now 115, a 115 base OVR now. We don't go anything less than that. So there's that. So the ones for our price range of 600 or your budget, there's no one that we think in Italy worth having. Let's see England. So yeah, there's 114s. I guess you can try the Declan Rice, perhaps, but yeah, we're not too impressed by anyone at the moment in the England. Of course, we'd like to have this Bellingham and this Charlton, but not for that price. Wayne Rooney, all that. But no. And then the others, I guess if you have 600 shards, I'm not sure about any of these, but Stanisic for 300, that's not bad for a 15. There's some gems in there if you're willing to part ways with your 600. Anyway, that's our show for today. In conclusion, we have discovered the new the new season, along with the updates. We can say it's not much different other than, yes, you can use a new area, a new marketplace, if you will, for star signings. Um, there's the Premier League draft, and of course there's the live event of TOTS. Ultimate Challenge. You get a bunch of gems for playing a lot of games, a lot of matches, if you will. Um, Daily Challenge. Not that big of a reward for playing 3 matches. So look at the football center before we take off. Let's see what the team of the week in the football center is. Mm, 113 OVRs. They don't make it. If it was like a 115 OVR, maybe people will be more excited to do this. We used to be excited to do it until we had a bunch of these tokens, football center tokens, that we saved up to try to get one player, and they were gone. We're like, okay, never mind then, never gonna do this again. Because why haven't you made those available for me to use? You just, they're gone. Like literally gone. We had like 3,000 or something. They're gone. So it's like whatever, we don't care. Um, yeah. Anyway, in conclusion, we appreciate the updates from EAFC. Thanks for telling me I don't see any English live streams, so I come here. Oh, thank you. We try to stream as often as possible. Thank you for stopping by, Xavier. We appreciate you. Continue playing the game, enjoy the game. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you like. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. Have a lovely day and see you on the next stream.